Hello everyone, my name is Winnie Wang. Today I would introduce the why living and working in China is good for you. Every day China is becoming more and more influential in terms of the global economy, politics and authorities. The times when China was an underdeveloped country passed long ago, and nowadays this Asian in place is recognized and respected amount of other powerful countries such as the United States and Russia. Although not all of the regions of China are as remarkably prosperous as its coastal areas, China has recently become incredibly attractive for millions of people around the world to live and work. First, I will introduce the Chinese economic. Uh, so in 1978, when China started the program of economic reforms, the country ranked ninth in nominal gross domestic product (GDP) with $214 billion. 35 years later, it jumped up to the second place with a GDP of $9.2 trillion. So, meanwhile, the primary sector weight in GDP has dramatically increased since the country opened to the world. The first one, why working and living in China is good for you, is that China has a rapidly growing economy, with many companies now becoming world leaders that are at least the major competitors to already existing ones. For example, Mizu, Xiaomi, AliExpress, and many other big companies in China. This means two things. Firstly, China has a grand labor market. Um, with the amount of working places growing every day, for a person both inside or outside China, this is a great opportunity to find his or her dream job. Secondly, as a person from abroad looking for an internship or a job in China, you have a higher chance to be hired compared to applying to the same position in your home country. This occurs due to your foreign expertise and the knowledge of English or other foreign languages, which can help a Chinese company be a more efficient competitor. This is also the factor that can bring you a quicker promotion, so why miss the opportunity? The second one is if you move to China, you will discover another reason why this country is worth moving to, its price. For Chinese people, the cost of different products may be high, but if you are a citizen of the United States or any other countries with a high quality of life, you will find the Chinese price relatively low. The cost of living in China is affordable, even if you are an internship or student budget. For example, the cost of living in China is very low, only $32 only 32 cents to get to any corner of the city by the subway. Taxis are cheap as well, so the transportation fee is very low. And the Chinese not only have the relatively low food price, but also the food is very delicious. For example, Beijing duck will only cost you $10. The second one is living and working in China can be a life-changing experience. As a Westerner, you will see more or less similar things get into similar situations. Uh, but but if you go to the China, uh, everything changing. First of all, Chinese people see foreigners as an exotic phenomenon. You will feel like you are at the center of public attention. If you ever wanted to know how celebrities feel, this is your chance. So, when you learn to adjust to these new countries, you will open your mind and truly love this country. You will visit many beautiful places, find yourself in a number of challenging situations, and learn to live in this new culture. So China is one of the most rapidly developing countries in the world. So its culture is different from the American, but it is also the number one reason to move to this beautiful country. The first one is culture shock is limited in China. In Beijing, Shanghai, and Guangzhou, you will find many foreigners in supermarkets, clubs, and bars. A relatively significant amount of Chinese who can speak English and many other languages. For example, 300,000 foreigners live in Shanghai, so this means it is very easier to move to these cities. You can have a convenience life in Shanghai, Beijing, and Guangzhou. The second one is due to the different culture. Chinese is a collectivism, but American is individualism. That means if you find a job in China, Chinese company are willing to help you to find a place or apartment to live, but American company won't do that. So the totally four advantages uh, which are uh, which are uh, rapidly developed economic, and the second one is due to the relative living cost and transportation cost. And the third one is a life-changing experience, and the last one is a different culture experience. So I hope you understand why I would say living and working China is good for you. Uh, I have one suggestion for you. Studying Mandarin before you go to the China, you will have a more convenience life, and you can find a better job in China if you study the Mandarin before you go to the China. So hope you have a good life in China. Thank you very much. My name is Winnie Wang.